It was past midnight when Hannah Carter was thrown out into the storm, 8 months pregnant, barefoot, and alone. The rain came down hard, soaking her within seconds as she stumbled onto the cold pavement, one hand gripping her swollen belly. Lights flickered on across Maple Street. Curtains shifted. People watched, but no one helped. Inside that house was Ryan Carter, her husband, the father of her child, and the man who had just turned his back on her. Their story hadn't always been like this. In the beginning, Ryan had been kind, attentive, the kind of man who made promises that sounded like stability. And for a while, Hannah believed in them. She believed she had found a home. But stability isn't always real. It can be a performance. Slowly, things changed. Late nights, sharper words, longer silences. And when Hannah got pregnant, instead of bringing them closer, it exposed everything that was already breaking. Money became tension. Responsibility became resentment. Ryan started drinking more. Hannah started shrinking. Before we dive in to know what really happened in the house, let's know where you are watching from, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. By her 8th month, she was exhausted, working long hours just to keep things together. But nothing she did was ever enough. And then, that night happened. She came home late, tired and unwell. Ryan was waiting, drunk, angry. The argument escalated quickly. It wasn't really about dinner. It was about everything. His frustration turned cold. He looked at her stomach not with love, but with blame. Hannah tried to calm him, tried to remind him of the baby, of what mattered. But he wasn't listening. He opened the door. At first, it felt like a threat. Then it became real. He threw her things outside. One by one. Final. Decisive. Hannah begged. Just one night. Just until morning. But Ryan didn't hesitate. He pushed her out and slammed the door. Just like that, the woman carrying his child had no home. Outside, the storm swallowed everything. Hannah bent slowly, trying to gather her things from the mud, her body shaking from cold and shock. The baby moved inside her, reminding her she wasn't alone. Still no one came. Then a sound. An engine. Low. Controlled. Out of place. A car approached slowly and stopped nearby. Expensive. Quiet. Intentional. The door opened, and a man stepped out. His name was Daniel Hayes. A man known for power, wealth, and control, but also a man shaped by loss. Years ago, he had lost his wife and unborn child in a tragedy that never truly left him. And when he saw Hannah standing in the rain, he didn't hesitate. He didn't ask questions. He took off his coat, placed it around her shoulders, and told her to come with him. For the first time that night, Hannah moved towards something that didn't feel like rejection. Inside Daniel's world, everything was different. Quiet. Ordered. Safe. At first, Hannah didn't know how to exist in that space. She was still holding on to fear, still expecting tension that never came. But Daniel didn't rush her. He gave her something she hadn't felt in a long time. Space. Days passed. Hannah began to breathe again, to speak again, to feel steady again. But outside that calm, Ryan wasn't done. At first, it was anger, messages demanding she return. Then control. He used the baby as leverage. Threats disguised as concern. Pressure disguised as rights. But what Ryan didn't understand was that Hannah was no longer alone. Daniel didn't react emotionally. He responded strategically. He gathered evidence. Messages. Patterns. Proof of Ryan's behavior. Everything Ryan said, everything he believed gave him control, was quietly being turned against him. A meeting was arranged. Ryan walked in confident. He spoke too much, revealed too much, and without realizing it, he sealed his own fate. In the courtroom, Ryan presented himself as calm, misunderstood, controlled. For a moment, it almost sounded convincing, until the recording played. His real voice, his real words, unfiltered. The room fell silent. And just like that, everything changed. In a matter of minutes, the man who thought he had power lost everything. The court ruled in Hannah's favor. Divorce granted. Full custody awarded. Restraining order issued. Ryan had no control left. Hannah didn't celebrate. She simply exhaled. For the first time in a long time, she was free. Weeks later, a new moment arrived. Labor. This time, the fear wasn't the same. Daniel stayed calm, focused, present. At the hospital, he waited, haunted by memories of the past. Until finally, a cry. A strong, living cry. A baby boy. Healthy. Alive. Hannah was safe. When Daniel held the child for the first time, something shifted. For the first time in years, Daniel didn't feel empty. Life after that moved differently. Not perfect, but steady. Hannah rebuilt herself, not from fear, but from strength. Daniel remained the same man, but now with something more. Connection, presence, purpose, and the night on Maple Street never disappeared, but it changed meaning. Because that night, the night she was thrown away, was the night everything began. Do you think Ryan deserved what happened to him? Would you have stopped that night, or kept driving? Let us know in the comments. And if this story surprised you, wait until you see what happens in the next one. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.